Hello YouTube! I just wanted to take a quick second before the video start to remind you to apply to an ARG regional close to you. All you have to do is visit Dragon Ball Super-regionals.com and select the regional event you wish to attend. Remember, the first 200 players that register receive 2 Tournament Pack Volume 1, 2 Tournament Pack Volume 2, and an exclusive playmat. Also, don't forget, if you like what I do, you can support me on Patreon to unlock exclusive weekly content and user callers for my Discord channel. All Patreon backers are also automatically entered in my monthly giveaway. But don't worry, you can also enter the giveaway by using the code KitchenTableMeta at checkout when buying products from Popo's Kitchen. And on top of that, you also save 10% on your entire order. Thank you guys so much for the support and enjoy the video. Guys, how's it going? We're back. Our top 4 match is just getting deck checked right now, so we're just waiting for them to do that, and then we will be ready to go. We'll be ready to start it up. Sorry for a little bit of delay. You know, we just had to wait for the games to end. You know, our matches took a little bit longer than we thought.
It is a longer round.
Yes, it's a much longer round. Our players, you know, have a lot on the line. You know, they have to make sure they play correctly. They don't want to make a misplay that causes them to potentially lose the match. So
absolutely.
Yeah, so
unfortunately, we got sad news.
Yes, we do have sad news, unfortunately.
Trunks lost.
Trunks did finally lose, unfortunately. So it really stinks because it's such a cool deck.
I wanted to see it more.
Yeah, I do. I want to see it more. I
really wanted to see how
like
to handle
as commentators, we're supposed to stay pretty, you know,
non-biased.
Yeah, we're supposed to stay pretty neutral, but I didn't want the Collin versus Allen match. I really did.
The undefeated versus the underdog.
Right. Yeah, that was definitely one of my most desired matches.
I really wanted it.
Right, so
almost as much as I wanted, you know, a father-son Kamehameha.
Right. Yeah.
I wanted that too.
Looks like our players are getting ready. They're starting to shuffle now, getting everything ready. We have Collin Kaiser on the left in the green, first seed playing Mecha Frieza Babadi. We saw him last versus Trunks.
Yep.
Very good deck.
Not
versus Trunks. That's what he played last round. He played against Trunks last round.
No,
he did.
He didn't play against Trunks.
No, who played against Trunks last round?
Jorge.
Okay. So Jorge, I guess, played against Trunks.
Sure.
Last round. But anyway, so we saw Collin play last round on stream. He played against the Ginyu deck, the 4-color Ginyu deck. Super cool deck to see. It was really neat. I don't think he actually won with Babadi. I don't think he even played Babadi out. But
no, I'm hoping to see Babadi come out this time. I want to know what big drops he has in there that he can pull off that.
Right. I mean, the cool thing about Babadi is that he can get so many versatile threats. He's almost like he's not quite a tutor because look at the 7, pick 2, but you know you can be like, oh, I need to get Chomp up because I need to clear your board, or I need to get Jiren because I need to kill one of your big threats, or you know whatever. So it's really neat. I love that. He's like a utility card and a very powerful one at that. And then we have Jorge playing 3-color Mecha Frieza. Again, we're getting into those top 4. A lot of Mecha Friezas. Very strong card as it turns out.
To be expected.
Yeah, to be expected. Unless you're Scotch and thinks the card's bad, then it's not to be.
The card is bad. All right. The deck built around the card is good, if that makes any sense at all.
Right, it does.
It's still, like, the leaders themselves are subpar. It's the combos that you can build based on other cards using that effect is what makes Mecha Frieza I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it. It makes it a good card.
Right. I mean, again, and Mecha Frieza, super cool. Everybody knew it was going to be good when we saw it. So that was fantastic. The roll's coming out. Collin with the 4. See what Jorge gets here.
A 6.
He beats it at 1 dice. Doesn't even matter what that second dice was we couldn't see.
I'll admit, I have a bad habit of being like, all right, beat me on 1 die, let's do it. If I roll like a 2, I'm like, you got me on 1 die.
Let's get into the gameplay.
Yo, we in it. Top 4 situation.
Yeah, so here we go. They're just getting everything ready, going through the cards, shaking hands like gentlemen, like warriors.
Like Z Fighters?
No, not like Z Fighters.
Well, neither of them are Z Fighters because they're, you know, Frieza, but you got it.
Definitely. Alrighty. See what they decide to do here. A lot of things. Collin, again, wants that really explosive draw. He wants to get those objections and those Manakas. You know, I'm guessing Jorge, we haven't seen him play yet, but I'm guessing he wants to do the same thing.
I just realized something.
What's up?
Seed 1 versus Seed 4.
Yeah.
Do we think only the higher seed decks are now still in this top 4?
I don't know. I actually don't know. Let me see if the bracket's updated. I don't think it quite is updated yet. It takes a little while for it to update. Yeah, it hasn't updated yet. So we're not 100% sure what
Peter and Dyrun did.
Oh, so Peter. So
I believe it was Peter and Dyrun.
Okay, so we have. If that's the case, then we have
2 low
20.
seeds.
Yeah, 26 versus 22, and then 1 and 4 playing. So that's like
2 low seeds topping in.
Right.
I like to see that. I like to see low seeds taking out the higher
Yeah.
seeds.
I mean, because especially in top 32 situation. I mean, all these players are good. Again, this is ARG presents Dragon Ball Super card game regionals.
Orlando.
At Orlando.
In Orlando.
The biggest Dragon Ball Super card game regional to date. Top 32 players. You have to be a good player to top these events. It's not like it's just a happenstance that you just happen to make it here. It's skill. A lot of Dragon Ball's been played in these last 2 days. So there's Mecha going to 7.
Does he have it?
Got a Sensu Bean. Don't see the objection in hand.
Okay.
He's just going to pass.
Yeah.
I'd say Collin's been pretty unlucky with these.
In game 1.
With these objections. He doesn't start with them. I feel like usually if I have a hand of no objection and I'm mulligan, I usually get at least 1.
Yeah.
All right, 2 green from Jorge, passing the turn.
Ooh,
Collin
opting to charge that miraculous.
Yeah.
Oh, I see 1, and I see an objection. We might see the full combo.
Oh
Or
yeah.
not, or he'll just charge it.
It's tough because what he wants to do here, he only has 2 blue cards in hand, one of them being objection, one being Mecha. And so what he's trying to think of right now, he goes, I can Mecha and hope I draw a blue card so that I can, play objection and maybe continue my combo. Or I could just go objection first, play out my blue card as Mecha, and then see what I want to do. So he chooses the latter.
He opts to drop the objection, which
I think that's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm okay with it, I guess.
Yeah, I think it was a tough decision, but I think it's the right one.
One thing he definitely needs to do is he needs to hold on to those bloodlusts this match.
Did he use the card to draw?
Yeah.
Yeah, did he not take a life?
No, he did.
He's at 8. Oh no, he's okay. I hate these black sleeves. Scotch.
I know. At least you can kind of tell the bottom
you're right.
part.
Yeah, the bottom. They're just so it looks like there's like a big black box. Okay. Jorge getting up there a little bit, playing with that Piccolo. Piccolo's a scary card. Collin with multiple ways to deal with it, though. He has Jiren's, has a lot of removal. Cold Bloodlust. He has Crusher Balls. Here it comes. Ooh, Collin decides not to Bloodlust that. Kind of surprising. Because Collin has been doing those early Bloodlust plays so he can awaken. But he's just going to go with the Jiren.
And there's the Bloodlust.
There is the Bloodlust.
Bringing himself down to 5 life.
Yeah, bring himself down to 5 life, and Collin has 6 cards in hand.
Is that 5 life or is that 6?
This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6.
Yeah.
6. Yeah. The sleeves.
It's tough. It gets easier whenever it's only 1. When it gets down to 4, it's a little bit easier.
I really like the way that that Collin has his life stack. It's nice. It's convenient.
Yeah. There's a little bit of shadows that break for us.
Yeah.
It's
the
nice.
solid black sleeves make it a little rough.
All right, going to 5.
Final Fantasy players, you have 10 minutes left in the round.
So the kill coming into play.
Yeah.
Gonna pop the Goku, unless the Bloodlust
Or
comes
Piccolo.
out.
We don't know which one yet.
Nah, you need to keep the Piccolo there.
We don't
needs to
know
survive.
that for
You
sure yet.
need the Piccolo, and he does have the Bloodlust.
He has a lust. Goes up to 6. 2 more, and he can awaken. Jorge is at 1 more, so before they awaken. So he's actually going to play the lust, the objection here. Plays out the Boo. Awakens, draws 2. All right, attacking 15,000.
Into the leader.
10,000. Yep. And Collin's just going to
He's just
snap
gonna
like
take
that.
it.
He's like, yep.
It's okay. I'll take it.
I would love to do that.
15,000 or 20,000 into the leader once again.
Yeah, this is critical this time. Oh no, we got Cold Blast. I'm
Yeah,
stupid.
got
Yeah,
Bloodlust.
what the heck?
It's still 20k.
Yeah, it's
still a
20K.
number.
Yeah, I don't know. Still a powerful attacker.
It's still definitely a number, and that's what's relevant here.
Yeah. Collin taking 2 here.
I want to say that because George has the Piccolo on the board, he can push into Collin a little bit harder than he normally would. No blue, so really he has to swing into that Piccolo with the Jiren to kill it. Or no green, I mean. So he doesn't have green, so he can't really pop it. We haven't seen Beerus in his deck, the 4-drop.
Oh, yeah, he's going to dump 2 cards here to survive. Play on Boo and draw on a card. It may look like Collin's a little bit down on board advantage here, but it doesn't take long for Jiren to clean up this mess right here. All right, so we're going to see what Collin decides to do. Playing out another red card here, going to 5. Getting pretty close to being in range of Babadi. It's tough here.
Compared to game 2 of last match, not much board presence. He had a lot more board presence than he did. The Kale didn't go off, so
yeah, so that helped.
It didn't
him,
kill
for
the
sure,
Jiren.
for sure. Yeah, it doesn't take long. Like I said, it doesn't take long for Jiren to clean up this mess right here. I mean, he can attack twice, 30,000 on the first attack, 20,000 on the second. Can do a lot of damage. Okay, so he's ready. No negates from Jorge. It's like he's going for the Piccolo for the first attack.
That's a lot he's going to have to combo to protect it.
Yes, that's like a whole bunch that he has to do to get through it. And he's just going to be like, I don't want to play that game. I want to play the...
not worth it.
Not worth it.
Especially since Collin's hand isn't exactly out of control right now.
Right, exactly, yeah. Yeah, it's not like he has, 12 cards in hand or something that...
It looks like 9?
But the Piccolo is very good against Collin's deck, because the one thing we did see him do the last game we saw him play was he just rolls so many cards, He runs... Draws Gohan. That one game he had almost 3 Gohans out, was it? And just drew 3 cards a turn plus his leader. It was just like, holy crap, this guy's just going insane. Draw a card. Getting an objection. Not a terrible draw.
Doesn't really need it though.
Yeah, not really, but he could use it.
It's an energy.
Yeah. Go ahead. Draw another card. Gets Gohan.
25 into the KO.
Yes. This is single strike. This isn't double or anything, so he did draw the card. So he is choosing to go to the KO. So it's...
Well,
so that's 30. So he's already...
I guess
already
we were
beat it.
protecting Kale.
Yeah. He doesn't have to do that. Okay. Wait. This is 30.
He's going to burn himself for 1.
Oh, I see. Oh, wait, that was 35 into 40, right? He just used the Sensu Bean just already?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
And I guess protect the Kale from the next attack.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I was just making sure I didn't mess up that combo for some reason.
Is it an overshield? Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Is it a relevant overshield? Absolutely, because now he's added the extra 5k for the rest of the turn to the Kale.
Right. Actually, it looks like the Sensu Bean might be on the leader. I mean, the card is on the leader. Whether or not the effect is or not, I don't know. So maybe that's actually what he did. He protected enough for his card, and then he put the Sensu Bean on his leader to protect him for the rest of the rounds, which would be that's pretty cool.
Potentially, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it just means that the opponent's going to have to, or that Collin's going to have to drop 15k if he wants to kill with his leader.
Right.
Which, yeah, by the way, probably should have protected that Piccolo now, because that hand's looking like it's getting a little
now all
out
of a
whack.
sudden it's getting a little bit out of control.
It's a little bit
Jorge's
out
a
of control.
little bummed, I bet. All right, so here we go. This is the 20,000 attack, so this will be 20,000 to 20,000. I think it could be 20 to 25. I'm not 100% sure where that Sensu Bean setting. It looks like it's on the Frieza, but it was played during the combo of the Kale.
It's on the, is it?
It's on the Frieza, yeah, because he just used because this is 2020 and he used the Boo. Okay.
That snapped just now.
Yeah, I almost heard that from here.
Rip that card up.
All right, Put Mecha down. So you see that was a pretty good turn for Collin. He's getting right back into the game once Jiren gets a chance to attack, and he's going to be even more devastating next turn as well. So if I'm Jorge here, I'm trying to find a way to get this Jiren off the board. I don't want to fight against this Jiren anymore. This should be called Mecha Frieza Jiren, in my opinion, because I think Jiren's way more oppressive than a Babadi is in this deck. It's just...
I think so as well. It's one of those things. Babadi's a win con.
Yeah,
potentially,
for
it's
sure.
a win con.
Because you got to think, you have to use so many cards. You have to use so much time to try to deal with this Jiren, and then when you finally do, they're just like, Babadi, potentially get 2 more, or just like, you're like, okay, I can't deal with this.
Could you imagine Babadying into 2 Jiren?
That's not me. It's just like,
oh, that's insane.
Drew the second Jiren. Speak of the devil. Right from the life. 3-3. Collin Kaiser trying to...
Collin bringing board presence finally.
Yes. If there's one thing Jiren does is board. That's actually his middle name, as it turns out.
What?
If you guys catch up with Super, yeah, it's actually Jiren.
I'm not sure that's how that works.
Board presence, and then
I think
his last name hasn't been revealed yet.
You might be wrong. I don't think you're right on that one.
I'm pretty confident I'm right about that. No, what is his middle name?
No, it's not. Also, doesn't have a last name.
As it turns out, it hasn't been revealed yet. That's in future episodes.
Yeah, you're right.
So Jorge decided to go in with 20,000 to 20,000 Kel in the Jiren. Now Kel's not going to draw him a card, I believe, because he's at 6 cards. No, he's at 5 actually.
Bloodlusted it.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
These guys are the sneakiest bloodlust this game. They're coming in under the radar. So that's 30, 35. This is actually pretty. This is pretty upsetting for Jorge here because he's trying really, really hard. There he goes. Okay. So he's trying really, really hard here to kill this Jiren, and he doesn't know that Collin just drew another Jiren. So it's almost like
you let it go.
Yeah,
you let it go.
You let it go 100% here.
And he does.
Yep. Jorge making a good play there, though. He did attack in with the bloodlusted one, so that way the other Kel still has critical this turn.
Yep.
Which is really important. Might not seem like a lot, but sequencing is really important to playing card games at a high level. You want to make sure you're doing everything in the right order and give yourself the best odds to either draw something you need or put pressure with the right card that you want to.
And it could be potentially disastrous if you do it out of order.
Right. Yeah, that's the funny thing about sequencing is like if you do it perfectly, it's like a little bit better, but if you do it wrong, it's like horribly bad. So it's like a little bit of advantage or terrible disadvantage.
Yeah.
All right, he's gonna protect that Gohan.
Swinging to the Gohan with the leader, though.
Collin had a similar hand in round 1, where he didn't get to draw his extra cards at the beginning, but now he's drawing a lot of extra cards. He has 2 Mecha in hand. He just drew an objection last turn.
Going up to 30k against the Gohan. He wants it dead.
Yeah, he doesn't want that card
does not want the +1 off of it.
Now, for Collin, it's worth protecting it with at least 1 card, because you're going to get that card back off the Gohan. Whether he decides to protect it now that it's going to cost him much more than 1 card is to be decided.
Ooh.
Choosing the Jiren. Wow, that's really surprising. To me, that's the best card in this matchup.
Wants to take... Did he just toss a Gohan to protect a Gohan?
It looks like it. Yeah, I can agree with that. Jiren is what surprises me. Jorge drawing the Super Saiyan Gotenks.
Welcome to round 3. You have 45 minutes. You may begin.
Drawing Boo. Pretty decent draw. Collin not having a lot in his hand. Looks like he's going to go for it right here.
Is it the 3rd Jiren?
It's the Champa.
Oh. I mean, it's going to clear the Goku and the Boo.
Yeah, it's going to get the Goku and the Blue as triple strike because he has the potential to maybe close the game out this turn. Jorge is at 3 life. We do know Jorge does have a cold bloodlust, but it's possible Collin thinks he might be able to survive next turn without.
Do we see the battering? No, I don't
see what
think
Jorge decides to do here, though. Is this worth the bloodlust? Looks like he's going to say it's okay.
It goes through. Probably, I'd be willing to bet he has a counter in his hand. He's fine.
Well, Collin, that's actually a really good play by Collin because he put him in a situation where he's like, okay, here's my Champa. If you bloodlust it, you're going to go to 2 life, and that makes my Gohan lethal. So either way, you're going to have to fight lethal. So how do you want to fight it?
And the Champa swings into the negate, so...
Yeah.
Yeah...
I mean, Jorge's next turn is very, very good. He's going to be... He has two 20,000 critical attackers. Plus, he has a Super Saiyan Gotenks. So he can... And he has two Kells on board, so he can actually afford to dump a lot of cards here to protect these cards or protect his leader. So...
One of the scariest things about this deck is the fact that you can tap yourself out and be just fine as long as you've got extra life.
Yeah.
So he's tapping himself, Collin's tapping himself out at 3 life. You know, he could still use a Whis Coercion.
Well, Jorge has the ability, Collin has the ability right now to double Sensu Bean and go back up to 4 energy if he wanted.
That also is a play.
And then maybe play another threat down.
If he wants to burn himself down to 1, though, that's a big hit.
Oh, of course, yeah. It's definitely risky, but it's cool that he has the option. Like you said, it looks like, all he's going to do this turn is play out Champa, and it turns out, ooh, there's a cold Bloodlust. Good hit.
Honestly, I get Collin's thought process. He would rather add the life to his hand than have the 2 Kale swing in with the crit.
Yeah, sure. That makes sense. Okay.
Yep.
Looks like he's going to go 2.
Going to 1. And he has the Babadi now.
Nice. Couple mana short of playing it.
He has the 3rd one.
Oh my. Does he have one
That's
more?
5. There's no way. The 4th one's underneath of it. It's energy.
Yep.
If he has the
Does
5th
he have
one.
the 5th one? He just plays it, looks at the camera. He's like, I got all this way. No one noticed. Like,
Cling clang. Well, I mean, they just got deck checked, so.
and I paid the judges off. Okay, Collin trying to figure out what he wants to play here. A lot of options. Definitely has a lot of energy to be able to survive the next turn, possibly. He has the Lust, too, which is really important, but no yellow energy. I'll tell you what, if number 4 is in the position to possibly knock out number 1, man. Here comes Boo down.
At least in game 1.
Right.
That is a lot of resources burned just now.
Yep.
Is he at 2 life or is he at 3? Was he going all in like this on this attack? He might be at 2 life.
Well, he drew a card off of it. So, top 4. Yeah, he drew a card off the attack, so this is just a... I think the reason I went all in was just to ready energy. Yeah, he was just trying to ready some energy, get some more cards in his hand, figure out what he's want to do here.
I feel like that's a lot of resources to burn. If he could get to 6, then that'd be one thing, but he can only get to 5, so he can't play the Babadi.
Probably Mecha Frieza was a blue leader.
I know, right? Unyielding Trunks is a card. Because if he's at 2 life, he just burned a bunch of resources out of his hand. Play the Manaka. Give the leader double strike. Swing in. 2 cards added to hand. It's possible Collin could potentially have game.
Yeah,
I think that George is at 2 life, not 3. I think it's at 2.
I'm pretty sure there's 3
It would
there.
make
There's one here, there's one there, and then there's one there. I'm pretty sure it's 3.
That looks like 2 to me.
Okay, there's the negate.
Yep.
Still draws a card. Yeah, there we go. Getting Champa. Not going to be quite good enough for this turn.
Except for one thing. He can evolve that Champa on top of the other Champa.
Yeah, but
it's
tapped,
irrelevant. Yeah. Going for all the draws.
Just scooping it up. I can't do anything,
Yep.
he says.
George taking game 1.
I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I think that's one of the weaknesses of the Mecha Frieza. If you can make it to late game against it, and they keep drawing their extra cards, that really puts them in a situation where they can't win. Like they have nothing. Like he had tons of cards in hand, but they all did nothing. It's a little rough.
Well, he was starting to hit all the extra cards. That's why. You know, if he hadn't charged that Sensu Bean, he could have played the Babadi right there.
Oh,
So,
that's true. That's true.
He might not have realized he charged that Sensu Bean and had just been digging for the Sensu Bean, but
Sure. definitely
I don't know.
possible.
That was an interesting back and forth between those.
Yeah,
two
it was.
decks.
Yeah, it was definitely interesting, and I think it's one of those things where we're going to see that a lot. Where especially in this Mecha Frieza battle, neither player had a very astounding start. None of them were like the miracle or the God Hand, where they're just like objection, like go up to 5 or 6 mana the first turn.
The question
See
is,
nothing like that.
do they want to do that against each other though?
I don't know. I think so.
That's the real question, especially since Collin's running an aggro package. So there's a difference between doing that play and having an aggro package, and doing that play and having just not the cards of substance that can do the damage needed to finish out the game.
Sure. I mean,
So
I'm not sure I would say that Collin has an aggro package. I think that if you talk about the Gohans and stuff, I think they're just efficient cards. They come out, they draw you a card, they replace themselves. If you don't deal with them, they net you a card. If you don't deal with them again, they get you 2 cards. And that's how all Collin's cards come in. They give him some sort of card advantage, whether it's killing one of your cards, killing 2 of your cards, or drawing cards. They just kind of replace themselves in some sort of advantage, which is really good. It's a very efficient deck. Getting shuffled up here. I'm not really sure. We looked a little bit into Collin's sideboard. Let's take a look at Jorge's.
it looks like George actually went ahead and cited in those occupation Friezas.
Yeah,
I saw him cited those. It looked like he also put in the Crusher Balls. So the Crusher Balls and the occupations are what he put in. So he put in more yellow.
Yeah. So in Jorge's sideboard, we have 4 Destructive Occupation Frieza. We have 3 Full Power Energy, 3 Father Son Kamehameha, 3 Crusher Ball, 2 Iron Hammer of Justice, Android 16. I like that card a lot. It's really, really good against Jiren. And I think that's kind of that's the workhorse of Collin's deck that I've seen so far. That card just comes in and gets a lot of value, does a lot. If you can have Android 16 out, it really stinks for Collin. He has to find a way to deal with it. We haven't seen him running that much removal. We haven't seen him run like Beerus's or anything to be able to get rid of it. And it doesn't look like he has anything in the sideboard to deal with it either. So I think 16 would be a great addition for Jorge against this matchup.
The real question is, did the infinite multiplication get cited in?
Oh my gosh, did it? That's unbelievable.
I want to see it so bad. It would make my day if he just played that card on the field. I would just laugh. It'd be really funny.
Yeah, I mean, Collin, Assassination Plot isn't terrible in this matchup, but it looks like the big heartache for Collin, at least that match, was the Kells, right? He's 20,000 attackers, so Assassination Plot can get one of them. I don't think that's quite efficient enough for what he wants to do.
I can see the Yajirobis and the Batarings going in.
Yajirobis would be really effective.
And the Batarings. That's what I think he's going to go ahead and cite in. Maybe even the Occupation Freezes.
Yeah. I think Occupation Freezes is the good card.
It's a solid sideboard option.
Well, I'm surprised it's a sideboard option. I think it's actually just a good card. I mean, 1, protect your guy, plus get a 50,000 attacker that can pressure your Gohans. I can pressure your small power battle cards. I'm just really surprised I haven't seen, because in our earlier rounds we watched, everybody had those cards in their deck. Everybody. They had the Gohans, they're playing blue. They had the Friezas, they're playing yellow. And in these top cuts, we've seen them being moved more to the sideboard, which is interesting to me. They still have them. They want access to them, but they don't think they're quite good enough to put main board. So,
and it's 2 top seeds doing that. So it's like, what are they filling into those slots is the real question. What's taking the place of those cards if they're siding them?
Right.
Well, clearly it works, because we got 1 and 4 here.
1 and 4. 4 up. Jorge up 1 game.
Yep.
Against Collin. Very important. Has the chance to knock out the #1 seed. I think this is the first loss Collin would get the entire event, right?
Yeah, he's undefeated.
Yeah, so pretty cool.
That'd be a heck of a thing. Go
I'm
undefeated
sure after
top 4.
Yeah, I'm sure playing 9 rounds of Swiss, then playing up to top 4. I'm sure Collin has been in this situation where he's lost a game before, so I think he'll be okay. I think he'll rally again. His deck not performing exactly the way he wanted it to. I don't think so. We'll see how it works here.
Yeah, it looks like he only has
again another slow start.
That's rough. Slow start.
Yeah.
No, never mind. He's got
Jorge.
George has double Manaka.
Round 3, you have 40 minutes. You may begin.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was an objection on Manaka.
Yeah. 26.
That's such a strong start. Like, I know Bandai didn't think of that. Bandai did not think of that was gonna happen.
I think they did. I think they're very aware that that's what people were going to do. I think, it's a new meta, right? I mean, it's so funny to me. That's the thing I love about this game so much. And actually, the funny thing I like about just card games in general is someone will build a deck and people will look at it and go, "There's no way we can beat it. It's way too good. Oh my gosh, it's unbeatable." And then as the days go by, as the weeks go by, as players play, the decks become less and less terrifying because people find out the weaknesses. And the weakness to this Mecha Frieza decks are aggro decks, and we've seen some really cool aggro decks in this top 32.
See, my favorite is when there is a tier 0 deck and all of a sudden some guy who lives in an area that doesn't have a big locals comes up with the way to beat that deck,
right?
And then everybody plays it.
Yeah.
That's my favorite thing. I love those kind of success stories.
Right.
You get this guy who doesn't get to play a whole lot, but he's creative and he invents the method to destroy a tier 0 deck. A lot of high cost cards. That hits a very heavy hand for Collin. Seeing double ghost tanks and terror destruction Champa.
Yep.
Like,
but he gets Gohan there. He can fix his hand a little bit with his Gohan. Next turn he has Jiren.
This is shiny hand. This is shiny hand.
Yes, it is. Collin not wanting to attack with that Gohan because he doesn't want to give his opponent another card.
Yeah. Because he knows he'll take it.
Right. I think I'm okay with giving my opponent another card and drawing a card. But it looks like Collin's going to probably Bloodlust this Kel. Protect this Gohan. We'll see. If he Bloodlusts the Kel, he does have the Jiren from next turn that he can pressure it. So we'll see what happens. Ooh. Uses Cold Bloodlust, gets a Cold Bloodlust.
Feels good.
Yes. Pretty good. Immediately rewarded. Let's see what he decides to play here. Plant that blue.
It's like when you Majin Buu into a Majin Buu. You're just like,
does have an objection, which I expect him to play. I mean, that would be a big turn for him. He actually has the ability to play Jiren right now. Is he going to or not?
I mean, I don't think he's gonna. I'm not sure he wants to tap himself out right now.
I don't think he's at 7 life. He's not in danger of dying.
No, but that critical is still a thing. Like next turn, it's gonna be live again, and
yeah, I mean, I think I objection Jiren, put some pressure on this Kale, and see if I can ride that extra energy into maybe at a Babadi or something the next turn. If I can get lucky and draw one. We'll see.
God, please. 4th game with Collin. I really would like to see a Babadi.
Yeah, I would like to as well. I also like to see a Ghost Tank so we can see these KitchenTableMeta tokens I worked so hard on.
I was showing him the double strike one. He's like,
yeah.
Yep. He's like, I know, I had the same response.
And like every Ghost Tank we've ever seen played on the stream was immediately Cold Bloodlust.
With good reason.
Yeah, I mean it should be. It's a very powerful card. It just cracks me up. Looks like he's trying to maybe he was going to try to knock his opponent down to 5. Jorge, not sure what he wants to do here. Going to play out Gohan.
Ooh. Spicy.
Very good. What Collin's trying to do here, he's trying to find a way to knock his opponent down to 5 life and then attack with the double strike, so he knocks him down to 3 after that. Collin not feeling confident that he can do that. So he's just going to pass the turn.
It's fair.
Yeah.
It's fair. Like, the hand advantage his opponent has right now, Collin's only got 3 cards in hand.
It's pretty superior, right? And Collin doesn't want to lose his board right now.
Pairings are being posted. Please find your name and find your seats so we can begin the round.
I mean, that's one way to kill it.
Yeah, it's definitely one way to kill it. It is important to note that the Gohan's at 2 energy, so if he did have another kill in hand, he could kill both threats.
Correct, yeah.
Which is pretty terrifying. Collin going to use that Cold Bloodlust. Get another Jiren. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Scarios.
All right, so we have Kale coming in, 20,000 critical into the 10,000. Drawing his card because he was at 5. And
Yep.
getting a Champa, not too bad.
That's
I don't-
fine.
Yeah,
That's fine.
Collin's not too worried about that.
That's fine.
Yeah.
And then he'll just immediately pass.
Yeah, I'm guessing here that he's going to objection awaken, and then start pressuring with Jiren, but we'll see.
Well, that would be the play. That would definitely be the play.
There's the objection. Ooh, gets another Gohan. Oh, I like that. Maybe you just play another Gohan out.
It's Frieza.
Gets a Frieza. That's a yellow energy. Very important. Actually, it's something that happened last game where Collin had a Lust in hand. Oh, he drew a Babadi. Got a Babadi off that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. All of a sudden.
Now we both like sit super straight up. We're like, okay, we get him.
Okay, cool.
We finally get to see a Babadi on Mecha Frieza Babadi deck.
Yeah, maybe. It's not going to be this turn, but we'll definitely, hopefully, see this Jiren come out. Need to get Collin's life up to 4 here, guys. Sorry.
I think it's definitely important that you have at least one yellow energy on the board, even if you're playing Mecha Frieza, because there does come a time where you can't use that effect anymore.
Exactly. Yeah, I think those occupation freezes are perfect for that. Ooh, good Sitsu Bean. That means Collin could tap out to play Jiren, play Sensu Bean with his ability, untap 2 energy, and then have 2 energy to go into the next turn with, and
drop another Gohan.
Right.
Fantasy players, walk around 4. You have 30 minutes. You may begin.
Counter.
Swinging in the negate.
Yeah, going to 5.
Top decking the Crusher Ball, so now I don't want to see Babadi come out. It's a very high-level match.
It is. There's so many things that each of these players have to think about. Collin's having to play a lot more safe than I think he really wants to because he is down a game, right? If you're up a game, you can afford to take a chance. Maybe you're like, you know what? I don't care to go to game 3. I want to take a chance here, do something a little aggressive. If I lose, I lose. But I could win. That'd be awesome. And sometimes when you're playing against somebody who's been undefeated the whole time, taking a chance can actually put you ahead. They don't expect that. So we'll see. Looks like he's trying to think about attacking 25,000 into the Kale, but he decides to go for Frieza instead.
Risky plays can have high rewards.
Yes, they can.
Or they can be disaster, and it's just a bad time for everybody.
Sorry, he's at 4 life.
And we're going to see the Awaken from George, increasing the book in his hand.
Yes. Has quite a few cards in hand here. See what he decides to do.
Bringing out a Frieza.
Yep.
And then he'll throw in the Goku as an extra combo.
Yeah, so that'd be
Really
15,
wants to
takes him to
protect
30. So he's perfect. He was 25 in the 15, so he needed 30 to get there.
And he does. He gets there.
Yeah.
And
Here he
comes
is.
your
Jiren.
boy. Jiren.
30,000. Actually, it could be a lot more than that. I'm expecting Collin to maybe use Sensu Bean here to ready 2 energy. So
He does have the Bloodlust in hand. I'm not sure why he allowed that to go through.
Oh, he Crusher Ball, that's why.
Oh, he crushed
Yeah,
water. Okay.
yeah, it's in the grave. Yeah,
I didn't even see it. They stealth.
Yes,
stealth.
yes. Well, sometimes they go like the...
Comes like around the
they
table.
Come around, they come around like they go into the blind spot and set it down. Jorge, both players tied with life, 4-4. Jorge up a game, again, 4th seed against the 1st seed. But a little bit behind on board. I mean, if you look at Collin's board compared to Jorge's board, pretty close. But Jiren and Gohan are pretty scary. And I am talking about the 15k Gohan, by the way. That drawing a card every turn does not take long for that card to overwhelm me.
Don't forget Miraculous Gohan's other ability. Yeah, he has double strike.
That's true.
And
Yep.
he comes out as a 2-drop. But if he destroys a card by battle, burn your opponent for 2.
Yeah, it's 2. Can't stop it. Can't do anything about it. 2.
It's pretty savage. And that's definitely something he does not want to happen.
Yeah, definitely not. But the thing to remember, that ability is a lot better when you're fighting against like Booze or something. It's not as good when you're attacking into a 15k card because that's the same energy, same power as a leader. So essentially, if they can protect their battle card, they can also protect their leader. You know what I'm saying? So But if you attack Gohan into a like 5K Boo, then it's a way different story.
It looks like George has 5 cards in hand currently to 4 cards in Collin's hand. Dropping the Sensu Bean. Well, that'll...
Take a life, go to 3.
Yep.
Using the Ghost Tanks. No.
We're never going to get our dream.
We're never going to see it.
We're never seeing the
Might as
tokens.
well just understand right now.
Tokens are not coming out. It's fine.
There's not going to be tokens. Should never have made them.
Hey.
So 20,000, 20,000.
I want those tokens. They're pretty.
Goes up to 30.
30k crit.
Draws another Super Saiyan Gotenks. That's 2 in hand. I can't see if Jorge has a Sensu Beam, but if he does, he has the ability to drop double Super Saiyan Gotenks this turn.
Is he gonna use it?
I think Collin does need to protect this Jiren.
It still makes me super uncomfortable when somebody combos to protect a card with the card.
Well, he has a Bobby in hand, so he
I
has,
know.
he has the ability to put a lot of pressure on his opponent.
I don't know what it is. It just makes me uncomfortable. Protecting a Jiren with a Jiren makes me go,
So you're saying he should just like not protect
just-
it and just play Jiren next turn?
I get the Bloodlust is a thing, but at the same time,
Yeah, I mean, you absolutely keep the card on the field, right?
Yeah.
It saves you 4 energy. It's
but
like
it
you
doesn't
said,
make
gets
me
around.
feel any less uncomfortable about it. You know, I get that it's a good play, but see, now it's still dead, and he doesn't have another Jiren in hand.
Well, sure.
I like to see the backup play, and he doesn't have the backup play.
All right, we're going to see what happens here. Looks like it's 15,000 into the Gohan.
And
That's
Gohan
the
dead.
turn.
Leaving the Miraculous alive, though.
Yeah, it looks like they didn't really have anything left to pressure it. He got the 2 big threats out. Like I said, the biggest threat being the Gohan.
He has it in hand.
What did he draw?
Collin top deck the battering laser.
Uh-oh, that means Babadi can come through.
Yes, it does.
Collin
And he's at 3 lives, so yeah, you can do it for free. But does he have another yellow card is the question.
Ooh, true. Doesn't look like he does.
And it looks like he's gonna...
Well, he does. He has Occupation Freeze in
He has
hand.
occupation, okay.
Yeah, so,
he's fine.
that play is possible.
That play is worth. That play is super worth.
You just want to
Is
see
it gonna happen?
You just want to see it.
Let's see, please.
I don't know how many Ghost Tanks he runs in the deck. Actually, I'll check that right now because it's possible he runs 4.
Zeno-sama, please.
He does. He runs 4.
Oh,
So it's possible that he uses his Bobby, gets the Ghost Attack out. They would have Double Strike.
there's 3 of them gone from the deck, though.
Right.
We know
yeah,
3.
Right, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Very unlikely.
We don't know if he's
I'm
sided
sure
any
that
out,
4th one is in that life right there.
though. I don't... No, the 3rd one's in the life, you think?
I mean, just knowing my luck, I'm almost guarantee it is.
Well, it's not your luck on the line here.
That's true.
It's Collin's luck on the line.
No, that's true.
Do we need a 4-leaf clover?
Man, this is a big
thinking
play.
about
This is
it.
because if he does this, and let's say Jorge also has a battering laser, he probably
No.
just loses.
Oh, can we please? Can we please have another battering war? I like the last one.
Collin is trying to decide what he wants to do. This is tough. I think this is the only play he has, though. He can't just pass turn into that board. There's just no way. I mean, obviously not going to pass turn, but he has no other threats on the board to play. It looks like he's thinking about putting Bobby's energy right now. Why?
Hello? Can I help you? Why?
I don't know.
All right, I'm thoroughly confused now.
He drew a Dodora. I don't know.
I am thoroughly confused now.
He did draw a Jiren. Big deal.
That's fine.
That
That would have been a
can
Jiren that
help
came out
him.
of a Babadi.
That's true. Did he draw a He does have a battering, doesn't he?
He does have a battering in hand.
Judge Max up the front, please. Judge Max up the front.
Okay. Man, that was really surprising.
Play the Jiren. Like, I mean, he's undefeated. So he's clearly right, and I'm wrong, but at the same time, I feel like that's a very, very significant misplay on his behalf.
Then it decides to attack the Gohan. Okay, using let's draw a card. Gets a boo off of that. That's not a terrible draw. That's not bad.
But it's not Babadi.
We understand.
Like, another battering.
Collin too.
That looked like a battering. Is it the battering or negate?
It looks like he has maybe 2 batterings in hand.
It looks like 2 batterings.
Actually, it might be battering crushable. I can't quite see. All right, so here we go. First attack in. I mean, second attack in, 20,000. Actually, it's more than that because I think he Sensu beamed. 25. Double strike. So he's just going to counter.
Oh, negates it. Does
Goes to 1. Goes to 1. He has a Gohan in hand and an Occupation Frieza.
kill the Kale burn for 2? No, kill one of the Friezas.
This is already coming in. This hasn't been resolved yet. He's gonna survive.
Okay. 2 cards in hand. He has the negate.
Does he have a negate?
Yep.
Okay. That's bad for Collin because now Collin has to think, man.
Because now he just burned double battering.
Right. He had to. This game. He knows.